What's going on, Gary? You all right, bud? Okay. I made it. So, probably not going to stay on long. It's 10:52. May stay on about 30 minutes or so. Gary, I took a look at those tires that you had. That's a good looking set of tires. If you ever do something besides a line crawler, I may have to take a look at those engine. Or what was the name of those? Something Swamp King, something like that. I have to take a look into those. But yeah, just gonna hang out with y'all just a little bit. I'm gonna try to do some maintenance on these things. Just kind of check everything out. Gonna be going out of town for a couple of days, so I won't really get a chance to. Yeah, Swamp Kings, that's the name of it. I really like the look of them. They kind of reminded me of a more aggressive set of these. These are the little guy racing parts, Trench King MTs. They kind of remind me of these. So I like the look of those. Looks if I do anything more, kind of like a trail rig, that's probably what I'll put on it and try them. Because I'm all about trying new tires. Hey guys, how are y'all? All about trying new tires, especially something cheap like that tires. You know, you can something you don't really have to put a lot of money into to swap them out. All right, so now we got a couple people in here. Gary, Faith, Vanessa, Bella. If y'all got any questions on any SCX24 related content, it's mainly what we do here. Just doing some maintenance on some rigs tonight while I have a little bit of time. So if anybody's got any questions, comment down below. Like I said, I'm gonna stand here for about 30 minutes or so. Went live earlier, stayed on for about 20, and went longer than I thought. So if anybody's got any questions on anything on the rigs, I don't have none of my stuff set up. So here's the JLU and the Gladiator. There's that. Checking out the Power Wagon here. Swapped some stuff over on it the other day. Had an issue out of this a couple days ago when we went down to the spillway. It's had something going on with this. I didn't even bring the remote for it, so I won't be able to take a look at it tonight. Just doing a little bit of maintenance. That could be a problem. Well, I just noticed this, folks. I've got a shock that the body has decided to come unthreaded. Hope y'all can see it here. Shock tower bypass, and it just completely come unthreaded. I don't know what in the world caused that. So let's get this taken apart. Gary, I really like your rigs. Gary, I appreciate you, bud. You're always commenting, and I appreciate that. I like this one too. I think this Gladiator is my favorite. Really, really good, especially out of these tires. I got these tires swapped, you could say. Never had a shock come unthreaded like that before. It's a first. I don't know what I've done. The whole thing just separated on it. I thought I tightened all that up, but it's part of it. If y'all can see, I'm gonna switch y'all over here real quick and try to get y'all propped up on something. Let's see here. That way you can kind of get an eyeball on what I'm working on here. I think this camera lens is dirty. Okay, hang tight, guys. It's going to be weird for a second. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now, to get y'all propped up. SCX24 Angler. Yeah, ain't that RC Crawler Craze? Is that one of his chassis? I seen that guy back when I had a TikTok. His stuff was on there a lot, and I liked it. I like the look of it. Really unique. It's amazing what you can do when you get into having a 3D printer and be able to do all that stuff. I really like the look of that. That dude, he's really smart when it comes to that 3D printing stuff. It's pretty wild what you can do with one of them. So if y'all can see, this whole thing has come unthreaded. So I'm probably just going to take this out. Take this off. Well, got 7 people on here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If this is the first time anybody's on here watching, this is a Little Guy Racing Parts Eliminator chassis on a Gladiator with basically just a full Little Guy build. 48mm shocks, which is what this is. I've had one completely come unthreaded. Don't know if it come unthreaded while I was working on ride height adjustment or what, but the threads aren't boogered up, so that was weird. I don't know what caused it to do that. Gary, no, actually I don't run any oil in my shocks. I had something weird happen. Well, not weird, it's just odd. I bought some Team Losi, however you say that. I bought some of this 4 ounces of 30 weight, if it'll focus, 30 weight oil. And I ran the JLU, and every bit of it leaked out. And even after I switched over to Little Guy Racing Parts, I just can't seem to keep oil in them. So I just really never bothered with putting oil back in them. I usually just let all my ride height and all that stuff, I just adjust it with spring. Like with these, you get, so you've got the silver, we got the silver springs on it right now. You get 3 different shock stiffness, or 3 different spring. Now mind you, this is all a mess. What's up, Colt? That's for the 58s. So you get a gold spring, and I think these are for the 48s. I've got 2 sets of I've got a 58 and a 48. Those are 58s on the JL. Yeah, Gary, I thought about running mine upside down, but then I thought about, I just had way too much wheel travel, and that was what's causing mine to, they were binding. They were binding real bad. So I just took mine off, and what they were doing is, when you look at, I hope I'm not making y'all dizzy by moving this camera around. They were binding, if this thing will focus. This drives me crazy trying to get a camera to focus. They were binding right here, Gary, where this upper portion comes down. It was starting to bind back in here like halfway through the travel. So I just took them off. And these are the 58s, 58mm Little Guy Racing Parts. No, these are Endures. Wait a minute. These are Endures. So I took the 58s off. Now these do the same thing. Yeah, that's probably what's causing it. I just needed to take time to swap out my eyelets on here. I did that on these. If you can see here, there's a little bit, probably like a 1/16 of a spacer on those, which this one has a lot of travel where it's stretched, so that kind of helps it. Plus, this thing don't really, I don't really run it a lot, so I don't really worry about it. But this thing's kind of my baby for right now. But yeah, it definitely needs it. I noticed that the other day when we were out. It seems like it was trying to bind real bad. Yeah, Colt. Let me get this spring, or this shock mounted back up. Use the rubber rings. Yeah, I tried the O-rings. And every time I try to put them in and use them as a spacer, they ended up pulling through, and they would wind up on the back side of this flare right here. But on the back side, obviously, they would wind up on there. So I just ended up just taking them off. Trying to get it to where it's not, where y'all can actually see what I'm doing here. Yeah, Colt, I can drive it. I don't really have much stuff to drive it over. I can do kind of a little flex. I've got 2 sets of tires. Let me get, let me sure I got my batteries. Yeah. Hey, Gary, if you're still on here, what batteries are you running on your SCX24s? I've just been using these Spectrum 2S. This FureTech can run 3S. I just don't know. Not really full with that. So if anybody on here, Colt, if you've got a SCX24, let me know what kind of batteries you're running. Gary, you run stock. Okay. Okay, get this thing buttoned up here. Okay, there we go. Let's get this tire bolted back up. I've had good luck with them Spectrum batteries. I've heard people talk about I think they're Gens Ace. We've actually lost a screw in this wheel too. I'll have to fix that. It's just one screw. It ain't no big deal. Gary, are you using the USB style battery charger for those batteries, or do you have a specialty charger that you use, like a stock battery with a FureTech Unity Pro? Oh, okay. I was always kind of skeptical about the FureTech stuff, but now that I've got it in this thing, I doubt that I'll run anything else from here on out, unless I just want to, unless some company sends something, says, hey, why don't you give this a shot, and I'll try it out. So this FureTech's the Lizard Pro. It's got the Bluetooth. I think it's awesome, where you can just change stuff on your phone on the fly. It's worked really, really good. For now, anyway, we'll see. All right. So, Colt, if you're still on here, special charger, I have my 3 cell, no prep. Oh, okay. Like I said, I'm still new with all this stuff. I'm still using the USB style charger. And I've had it kill a battery. I don't know why. It was one of these stock Spectrum 2S batteries. I think it was the one that came with that Power Wagon. It charged it, and on there, without no battery plugged in, its flashes like green and orange. So it went to green, unplugged it, went to go plug it in, and this is like the steering wouldn't respond, no throttle response at all. So I think it killed a battery. So I'm in the process of trying to find a better battery charger for these. So, but that's that for right now. Colt, if you're still on, I'm fixing to drive, so hang tight with me here. Upgrade to a Spectrum smart charger and cut your charge time down by a lot. Yeah, Gary, I had bought one off Amazon for like $29, and it wouldn't fit none of my batteries. And I even went to an adapter. Endure sends this with it, where you can run a 3S on the NBL32. I even tried to run it with this, and it still wouldn't act right, so I sent it back. But I'm going down close to a hobby town here in the next couple of days, so I may swing by there and get a charger. So, but I'm gonna show y'all what I like about the FureTech system is the difference in slow crawl between the FureTech. I guess it would help if I powered up the JOU. The difference in the slow crawl between the FureTech and the Endure NBL32. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like the torque of this NBL32, which, you know, the truck's not that heavy, but it just the torque from such a big diameter motor, it's crazy. It really it blows my mind sometimes. So on the right, with the FureTech Lizard Pro with Bluetooth, with the FureTech Micro Komodo. I may have to hold these tires, but the slow crawl is just ridiculous on this thing. You got a little bit of a hesitation, and I think that's something I need to change in the settings. Now, mind you, I did swap to a Little Guy Racing Parts. I think it's a 0.3 pinion gear on there, and it did flock because there's just not a lot of wheel travel off them 48s. So I'm gonna drop down to 3. So there's that. And I'm gonna try to get the yeah, I know that I really like that slow crawl, Gary. It really blows my mind sometimes just how slow that thing is. And then Endure, I mean, it's right on par with it. I think it's close, but it seems like when you actually factor in I've got that cogging going on. If I've got something in the transmission, is not happy at all. But BT, it's 18. No, sir, both of them are SCX24s. Now, the gray Jeep, if it would even move, it is stretched. So what I mean by stretched is the wheelbase is drastically changed. So from front end, middle of chassis up is C10 rear suspension. So that's the reason why you see the front end is, if I had to guess, probably 3.5 of an inch in front of center line. And then on the back is deadbolt rear. So you can see it's obviously sticking back. Ignore my tail light. I cannot get that thing to stick. So yeah, it's stretched, and that really helps it a lot. As far as comparison between, this is a stock length, as far as I know, Gladiator. So tire to tire, wheelbase is almost as long as a Gladiator. You can tell, just a touch longer, but goes just as good. having some problems out of the motor and transmission right now. So, been kind of taking it easy on it. I don't know what's going on, but something in there is not happy. So, but yes, both of them are 24 scale. It's just the Jeep JL is stretched, and that is a stock wheelbase Gladiator. Let me get this fan out of the way. It's too cold to have a fan tonight. And then, so for those interested, it's a stock Power Wagon. Kind of shoot. Now, mind you, the Gladiator, Power Wagon are same as far as wheelbase. So, just a touch shorter with that. So there's that. So, BT, are you running 18th scale? I think that's my next venture if I don't get into 10th scale. So, what are you running for 18th? I'd like to know. Yeah, I know it, Gary. You ain't kidding. I've been looking at just used rigs on Facebook Marketplace around here, and shoot, you can buy basically new rigs for what these people are asking for used. I mean, and they're not beat to death, but they're not like brand new. They're obviously used. They've got wear and tear on them. SCX24 Blazer. Those FMS trucks, they really impress me as far as their looks and stuff like that. I've been looking at their 10 scale stuff. They have one that kind of mimics a Power Wagon. So the one I'm talking about is just single cab. So it's just from here back. Really like the look of those FMS. My brother-in-law, he's been looking at one. One of the guys he works with has one. It is 18th, and he really likes it. So. So if anybody's got any questions, I may try to hang out a little bit longer. But yeah, those FMS rigs, I really like the look of them. Between those and the Traxxas TRX4, I think it's the High Trail. They make a like a K5 Blazer. I really like the look of those. Super clean looking rig. All right, Gary, I appreciate you tuning in, bud. I ain't gonna be on here much longer. It's getting a little cool out here, so. But Gary, appreciate you tuning in, bud. We'll catch you on the next one, okay? But BT, I'll have to check out your channel. And do you got any videos on that SCX24? Yeah, I've got one on there, and I only started the channel a couple days ago, but that would be much. Yeah, man, I'll subscribe to you. Appreciate you since you tuned in here. When I get done here, I'll I'll swing by your channel, look, watch it, and I'll subscribe for you. But yeah, I really like the look of those trucks, man. The attention to detail just looks, they just look so good. I'm really a big fan of them. Honestly, I believe if I don't buy I might fill tent with tent scale. So what 10 scale rigs do you run? Yeah, I'd like to get into, I thought about getting into 10th, and me and Gary and I were talking, man, that the price of 10 scale stuff is just ridiculous. I was at a at a hobby town south of where I live at, and just the price of 10 scale stuff, man, it's ridiculous. It's kind of the main reason that I stick around 24th. That some stuff is somewhat inexpensive, and when you break it, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that much money, but stuff can get pricey. This thing's a prime example. I think I've got 10 scale money in a 24th, which it's bad to say, but it's the truth. I've been looking at the SCX10, the new Coyote. I really like the look of it. It's just a really clean looking rig. I like the gold. I like the fact that it comes with a battery charger and all that stuff and ready to run. Seems like for the price, it's not pretty good deal. So, but just I appreciate everybody tuning in. I think it's just BT's on here right now. Axial SCX10-3 made into a C1. So is that like a C10 that you made that 10-3 into? I've got my phone way down low there, BT, and I really can't see the chat too good. I wish I had a way to prop this thing up with all my stuff in the house. Is the Traxxas stuff, is most of that stuff mainly you can only use Traxxas parts on those, or is it kind of like these axials where you can scale ones? Oh no, you're good, bud. Where you can only run Traxxas parts on those, or can you customize those Traxxas rigs like you can these? Take these batteries out. Have run in competition. Oh no, oh, sorry about that, guys. It might be at the end of the year. Yeah, I think that'd be a good thing. I'd like to try it one time. Like I said, they have a hobby town close, semi-close to where I live at. And I'd like to do that one time. I don't know what class any of this stuff would be into. Probably, I don't know. I'd really have to look into it. But I'd like to try it one time. I think it'd be a good time. I don't really know where I'd have to look into to see what would be classified as what class or what, but for the little ones. Oh, okay. You would think that they would kind of make everything somewhat similar, where you could swap stuff around. So I was going to ask you something about those 10 scale there, BT, and I lost train of thought here. I can't remember nothing. The more you got to look over me. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to maybe try it. Like I said, the nearest places that they have competitions is like 2 hours from where I live at. So, I mean, I wouldn't care to do it every now and then, but I wouldn't really want to, make that a main thing on the weekends. I got a couple kids and they come first. So this stuff's just kind of a little hobby on the side. So but I'd like to try it at least once and see. I know the hobby town south of me, they have a really nice indoor course. It's not real big, but I think it'll be a good time. Thought about bringing my brother-in-law down there. He's got a SCX24. It was a base camp, and thought about trying his too, bringing him down there with me. Let's see here, guys. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna ease on off here. It's 11:30 where I'm at. I'm gonna go hit the hay. Just want to say thanks to everybody who watched. Like I said, this out here just had a little time to kill. Before I get there and do a little work, and turn up having a shock fail off. So bolt missing in the wheel. So gonna call it quits for tonight. Appreciate everybody watching. BT, the second I end off here, I'm going to go check your channel out, take a look at your rigs. So see what all you got. I'll definitely subscribe to you and see watch your videos there. So I appreciate you watching. It looks pretty fun. It's the first time for me since I'm pretty casual. Driving. Yeah, that's the way I am too. I don't really want to get too crazy with it. So, but anyway, guys, this is going to end it for tonight. Appreciate y'all watching. BT, I don't know if you've been subscribing here for a while, but it's going to be a couple days before y'all see anything on here going out of town. So just figured I'd hop on here tonight, just kind of say, hey, what's up to everybody? Well, I had a few minutes. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate you. All right, guys. So I'm going to sign off and go hit the hay, see what I can get into. So appreciate y'all watching. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Don't ever forget that. Jesus loves you, okay? All right. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one.